Hello and welcome to Southern California MD. I'm your host, Dwight Cromie. Today we're going to be talking with Dr. Jan Davidian of Ortho Express about a new process in which he can actually shorten the time in which a child wears the braces and save the parents money. Welcome, Dr. Davidian. Is it okay if I call you Jan?
Sure.
Jan, can you tell me a little bit more about your Ortho Express process, what it actually is?
Ortho Express is a way to treat patients faster and reduce the time that they're actually in braces. The average orthodontist today takes about 30 months for the average treatment. In Ortho Express, I'm able to reduce that treatment time to 16 or 17 months. A lot of my patients finish in 15 months, probably half of them. And this is not just easy patients. This is patients that have some difficult problems, but some patients do fall into place a lot better than other patients do. But with Ortho Express, a lot higher percentage of patients fall into place and are able to be treated out faster.
Well, let me ask you, from say, a parent's point of view, by speeding up the process, does that damage your teeth anymore, or is there any negative effects of the Ortho Express process?
No, actually, Ortho Express causes less damage to the teeth than traditional orthodontics. The difference is that I've developed ways to apply the pressure to the teeth so that the teeth are not damaged. And we're going to be in a program where we're going to want to teach this to other orthodontists, how to speed up the treatment without damaging the teeth.
I want to talk about your educational program here shortly, but for a parent also, the fact that you're able to reduce the time from, say, 30 months to 15 months for the treatment for orthodontics, is there a cost saving to the parent?
Right now, our fee structure is about 30% less than the average for the profession.
So not only you save the time, the parent also saves the money.
Yes. Yes, actually, it seems to me like shorter should be better and should cost more, but in my practice, my fees are less.
Now, you also practice a little bit different. We visited your office, and in your office, we could tell that the parent actually gets to sit with you while you're treating the child. How does that help with the process? You said something about that earlier.
Actually, the parents have the option to come in and sit along the wall, along the windows where the patients are being treated, and it makes it easy for me to talk to the mother or the father. Also, the parent gets to hear what I instruct the patient to do, how to wear the rubber bands, how to take care of their teeth, and then I often have the mother or father come over and show them in the patient's mouth what we're doing and what to expect, what they can look for to see the progress of the treatment. One of the biggest problems in orthodontics is that most patients and parents don't see progress. And I try to make sure that I do things in my practice that will show progress.
It's my understanding that you're going to take Ortho Express on the road in a sense that you're going to start an online educational program for other orthodontists to learn how to actually implement and use the Ortho Express process, and then you're going to license those same orthodontists as using the preferred orthodontic process, correct?
Yes, we're making plans right now to make lessons available that will teach an orthodontist how to do Ortho Express. Ortho Express is the result of what I've done for 40 years. In other words, it took me 40 years to be able to develop this process. And it started with my training in orthodontics. I wrote a thesis about the forces on the root of the tooth, and as a result of what I studied and wrote in my thesis, I was able to develop a process that would improve the way patients were treated. I went one direction, the profession went another, and I think I've gotten to the place now where I can show that my way was best.
Now, you're actually going to kind of be putting your money where your mouth is, in a sense that I understand that you're going to be treating 3 or 4 patients live online once a month, so people can actually see that in 15 months, this actually works in 15 months, correct?
Yes. Yes, we're going to do that. That kind of makes me put myself out there, but I'm willing to do that. I'm confident that we can show that in probably 15 months we can get most of those patients done.
Now, I understand also that along with developing your Ortho Express process, you actually created 2 computerized programs. One is I think it's called the Ortho Express modeling program, is it correct?
Yes. Yes. That program is what came directly out of my thesis when I got a master's degree from Loma Linda. What it was a computer modeling program that showed what happened in the root of the tooth when pressure was put on the crown. And what was revealing was that under certain circumstances, there was excessive pressure put at the tip of the root, and as a result, the root would melt away. And that's been what has slowed orthodontics down, is not putting enough pressure to be able to melt the root away, because that is something you just can't do.
Now, the other program you called the Beacon program. Can you explain what the Beacon program is?
The Beacon program is a program where I took about 150 consecutive patients. I took photographs every visit. I documented how the patient was treated, and I actually made a computer program. I had a programmer make a photographic handling program that I could use to demonstrate how I treated these patients. And this Beacon program will be a big part of what I do to train orthodontists, because I can show them exactly what I did on these patients.
Now, this is going to be an online program that, one, has the case studies that we talked about. It'll be using the 2 computer software programs, and I understand you're also going to be including lectures. What happens if a doctor, after viewing your lecture, has questions? How are you going to deal with that?
We're going to have them email the questions to us, and then at the end of each month before the next lesson, I will give answers to that on a video so that they can see the answers and try to answer their questions that way. The other way we'll answer their questions is that will help to direct how we do the lessons, and maybe we'll bring up some of those subjects in the lessons.
Excellent. I want to switch gears a little because, again, we're interested in this region. Can you tell me, why did you choose to practice medicine or orthodontics in the inland Southern California region?
I started my practice on the coast in California, and it was a small town, and I realized very soon that I just was not going to be able to grow to do what I wanted to do. So I looked for a place that I could go that had the population and had the type of patients that I wanted. I didn't want to go to the coast where people were wealthy. That wasn't my goal. My goal was to treat patients and to treat them efficiently and to treat them at a fair price. And I found Riverside to be that place.
Well, the inland Southern California region is still expected to grow to, I think, over 4 million people. For a young orthodontist or dentist, is this going to be a market they really should be taking a good look at?
Absolutely. You know, there's a lot of dentists here, but the growth means that we're going to need a lot more. And dentists need to go where there's a population. Then they can do their thing to the best of their ability. They're not limited by the number of people in town.
Thank you, Dr. Davidian, for your time. I really appreciate you being here today.
I thank you.
Well, I hope you can see that Dr. Davidian's program offers his patients not only a time benefit, but a financial benefit. Dr. Davidian, in one of his best years, actually netted over $1 million. That's how effective his program is. If you're interested in learning more about Dr. Davidian's new Ortho Express process, you can visit the link to my left. Thank you. This is Dwight Cromie for Southern California MD.